Once upon a time, the Hebrew people found themselves on the outskirts of the mighty city of Jericho. For years, they had wandered through the wilderness, facing countless trials and tribulations. But now, their faith and determination led them to this pivotal moment. As they stood at the edge of the city, their hearts filled with both hope and trepidation, Joshua, their leader, sought guidance from God. He climbed a hill overlooking Jericho, his eyes scanning the imposing walls that surrounded it. In his prayers, he envisioned a plan that would lead his people to victory. The next morning, the Hebrew warriors prepared for battle. They stood tall and resolute, their armor gleaming in the sunlight, ready to defend their people. With the sound of war cries echoing across the desert, they marched towards Jericho, their spirits filled with determination. As they approached the city walls, an eerie silence fell upon them. But Joshua knew that God was with them. He instructed his people to march around the city once each day for 6 days, carrying the Ark of the Covenant before them. On the 7th day, they were to march around the city 7 times, blowing their trumpets. And so, for 6 days, they obeyed Joshua's command. The Hebrew people circled the city walls, their footsteps echoing through the deserted streets. The people of Jericho watched in confusion and disbelief as their enemy paraded before them. On the 7th day, as the sun began to set, the Hebrew warriors gathered once again. With each step they took around Jericho, their trumpets blared a powerful melody. And then, at Joshua's signal, they let out a mighty shout. The sound reverberated through the air, shaking the very foundations of Jericho. The walls that had once seemed impenetrable began to crumble. Dust filled the air as stones tumbled down, revealing a path into the heart of the city. With renewed strength and determination, the Hebrew warriors rushed forward, their swords raised high. They fought bravely, pushing back the Amorites who had once held them captive. The battle raged on, but the Hebrew people were fueled by their faith and the knowledge that God was on their side. As the sun set on that fateful day, a golden-hued sky cast a warm glow over the weary but triumphant Hebrew warriors. They stood amidst the ruins of Jericho, their faces illuminated by the light of a full moon. Cheers and tears of joy filled the air as they embraced one another, celebrating their hard-fought victory. Joshua built an altar, a towering monument made of sturdy stones, to commemorate their triumph. It stood tall against the desert landscape, symbolizing the strength and resilience of the Hebrew people. And as they gazed up at the night sky, countless stars twinkling overhead, they were reminded of God's guiding presence and the hope that shines even in the darkest times. The Battle of Jericho became a testament to the unwavering faith and determination of the Hebrew people. It was a reminder that with God by their side, they could overcome any obstacle and achieve victory against all odds.